مشاهدي زوم أفريقيا، برحب بحضراتكم وحلقة جديدة وتغطية خاصة جدا لقمة المناخ ال 28 اللي بتستضيفها دولة الإمارات المتحدة. فعاليات كتيرة والدول الأفريقية متواجدة علشان تشوف حل لمجابهة التغير المناخي اللي بيهدد القارة الأفريقية والعالم كله. احنا موجودين مع حضراتكم تغطيات وفعاليات وكمان لقاءات مهمة جدا. يلا بينا نبدأ حلقتنا.
الكوب 28 هو الاجتماع السنوي للأمم المتحدة بشأن المناخ، تناقش فيه الحكومات كيفية الحد من تغير المناخ والاستعداد له في المستقبل. يشارك في الكوب 28 أكثر من 70,000 ضيف من 198 دولة. ترمز كوب إلى الأحرف الأولى من مؤتمر الأطراف، والأطراف هي البلدان التي وقعت على اتفاقية الأمم المتحدة الأصلية للمناخ في عام 1992. وفي مؤتمر الأمم المتحدة المعني بتغير المناخ كوب 27 والذي أقيم في مصر بمدينة شرم الشيخ، تم الاتفاق على صندوق الخسائر والأضرار للدول الأكثر ثراء لدفع الأموال للدول الفقيرة التي تواجه آثار تغير المناخ. وفي الكوب 28 أعلن الرئيس الإماراتي الشيخ محمد بن زايد آل نهيان إنشاء صندوق بقيمة 30 مليار دولار للحلول المناخية على مستوى العالم. ويهدف الكوب 28 إلى تحقيق عدة مسارات تشمل تسريع انتقال الطاقة وخفض الانبعاثات قبل عام 2030، ووضع مسألة تمويل مكافحة التغير المناخي حيز التنفيذ بشكل أكثر فاعلية من خلال إيصال الأموال للعمل المناخي من البلدان الأكثر ثراء إلى البلدان الفقيرة، والعمل على التوصل إلى اتفاق جديد للدول النامية، وجعل الكوب 28 هو الأكثر شمولا على جميع المستويات. ويهدف أيضا لمعالجة واحدة من أكثر القضايا الشائكة في القمة، تحديدا ما إذا كان ينبغي للوقود الأحفوري أن يلعب دورا في المستقبل.
مشاهدي زوم أفريقيا، برحب بحضراتكم في تغطية خاصة جدا لقمة المناخ ال 28 اللي تستضيفها مدينة دبي. واحنا كنا مع حضراتكم السنة اللي فاتت في الكوب ال 27 وكنا في لقاء مع مدام إيفا زايبة، ودور كبير جدا بتقوم بيه دولة الكونغو، وهي موجود فيها تاني أكبر غابة في العالم بعد غابات الأمازون، هي غابات ينجنبي. هنعرف من حضراتكم عام كامل مضى، هنشوف إيه التطورات وإيه البروجرس اللي حصل من COP27 to COP28. Mama Eve, really I'm very happy always to be with us in Zoom Africa and CBC. And you're very familiar now with the Egyptian and the Middle East. Yeah.
Thank you so much. I want to greet more greeting from DRC, from Dubai, to Egyptian people, men and women, everybody. I'm so famous now.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you so much for CBC.
Thank you.
To invite me again to talk about climate change.
Yeah, DRC play a very important role in the climate change, especially in the environment sector and to face the climate change. So we met last year with the COP27 and now we are in the COP28.
Yes.
So there is a progress in 1 year. We want to know what's the progress in 1 year and all the hopes, the progress doing by DRC.
The most important progress now is to have the fund for loss and damage.
Yes.
So this is an implementation. We reach the goal of the fundraising we are looking for to face to the climate change, but also to have the fund for the loss and damage.
Yes.
This is the most important thing I can say for now.
Yeah.
Secondly is also to know that more and more people know the role of the forest in climate change. The forests help us, the rainforests help us for the mitigation of pollution.
Yes.
The forest help us also to protect the biodiversity. As the same, the forest help us for the water ecosystem, because without forest we can't have rain anywhere.
Yeah, you're right.
This is the progress now.
Yes, and now you are here for COP28 in Dubai, and there is a lot of negotiation, a lot of sessions. So can you highlight for me what exactly DRC need from COP28?
For COP28, the first need, as I told you, is the fund for the lost damage.
Yes.
Secondly, is regarding the matter of carbon market. We need to increase the price of the carbon market.
Yeah.
This price can help us to support our own adaptation project and our own program of mitigation.
Yeah.
The same time, for the carbon market, we need to be involved to the state market, because now we are in the voluntary market.
Yes.
This is why we are waiting here, and we are waiting also all developed country to come and to invest in our country regarding the carbon market.
Yeah.
Because the fund for the carbon market is not the loans fund, not the humanitarian aid.
Yes.
It's the secure and safe fund to help a country for their sovereignty, and also is the compensation for those who are responsible of the pollution.
Yes.
And to encourage us to protect and to conserve the nature.
Okay. As you are a Ministry of Environment, there is a lot of projects. So I want to take this chance to call all the businessmen to come and invest. But they need to know more about the investment opportunity in the sector, in environment, in DRC.
We have like energy.
Yeah.
For the hydroelectric energy,
yes,
we have so many opportunity to invest in this sector.
Yes.
Because we have a Congo River, and the other river can help us to have hydroelectric energy.
Yes.
And also the solar energy. We are in equator line, so we have so many solar. We can use it for energy.
Yeah.
And also for the waste management.
Yes.
We have so many population in our country. We have some problem, some challenge to manage those waste.
Yes.
So there are solid waste, the biodegradable waste, and no biodegradable waste is also opportunity to invest.
Yes.
And the critical mineral resources. The critical mineral resources can help us to attain the goal of to maintain the planet temperature in 1.5.
Yes.
Like coltan, copper, so on, to help for to have the electric or smart car.
Yeah.
This is also the opportunity to invest.
Yes.
We can also invest in agriculture. We have so many land for agriculture.
Yes.
You know, agriculture is very important to attain some different goal of SDG, the Sustainable Development Goal.
Yes. Yes.
Fight against poverty, fight against hunger, and also women autonomization.
Well. Yeah.
So this is also opportunity to invest. You can invest for many things. We need also those who can come to invest in aircraft, in infrastructure, airports and ports is very important for the transportation. So,
okay. Last year we went to Yangambi, the lovely forest, and now it's COP28. So there is any progress or any project happened there in 1 year?
They is slowly, but there are some projects we supposed to begin it in next year.
Is
the project to protect the forest.
Yeah.
For conservation. And those projects also for social infrastructure of the people, indigenous people.
Yes.
The roads, hospital, schools, and public electricity, and also education. In globally education, and also river transportation. So I think that in few years, on the future, Yangambi will be attractive.
Oh wow!
Yes.
Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, finally, there is a lot of challenges.
Exactly.
In the climate change sector. So, what exactly your hope to be optimistic? We can help the worldwide.
My hope is to have more and more people who believe that climate change is not a junk. It's the reality.
Yes.
It's also the matter of humanity. All of us, each of us, we should face to the climate change in different way we have.
Yes.
So, because we have only one planet we can live.
Yes, exactly.
We should protect the planet.
Yeah.
Protect the nature is to protect ourselves.
Yeah. Really, thank you so much for this opportunity, Madam Iba Daiba Masaoudi, Minister of Environment. Thank you so much.
You are welcome. Thank you so much. I'm so glad to hear you again and to be invited by CBC.
Thank you so much.
مشاهدينا
خليكم معنا، احنا لسه في تغطية خاصة جدا لفعاليات الكوب 28 في مدينة دبي. مشاهدي زوم افريقيا، احنا لسه بنتكلم على دولة بوتسوانا وقصة نجاح كبيرة جدا لدولة بوتسوانا في محاربة تغير المناخ، وكمان في البيئة والسياحة هم مرتبطين ببعض، وده غريب جدا لدولة أفريقية. معايا دلوقتي لقاء مع سيادة الوزيرة فيلدا نيني، هي وزيرة البيئة والسياحة. Welcome to our program Zoom Africa.
Thank you so much.
Really, it's strange to be a minister of environment and tourism.
Yes.
So what is the relation?
All right, this is the relation. It's strange, but it's very interesting to know.
Yes, I want to know.
Yeah, from the time we got independence, when we are working around, planning for our economic growth, we realized that we have got very rich natural resources.
Yes.
Not just diamonds, but also our forests, our wildlife. Botswana is home to the largest population of elephants in the whole world.
Yeah.
So we have all the different kinds of wildlife, in the natural setting. So we have national parks, we have game reserves, and we have preserved 40% of our whole land for conservation.
Oh my
So
God.
in this landscape, this is where we have for many years been thriving on tourism.
Yes.
The tourists come and enjoy our wildlife, enjoy our, unique Okavango Delta, enjoy our forests, and enjoy also the Chobe River.
It's interesting.
And so forth. So we have to conserve that environment because it's a product we are selling in tourism.
Yeah. So back to now, we are in Dubai in COP28.
Yes.
And the climate change, it's affect all over the world, and especially in our continent, in Africa. So what's the role of Botswana and the Ministry of Environment to face the climate change?
Okay, the Ministry of Environment and Tourism is the coordinating ministry across government for every ministerial sector that has to do with environment. It's energy, minerals, agriculture, health, education, public works, and innovation, technology, and so forth. Yes, but these different ministries are coordinated in a thematic working group that the government has formulated around our national development strategy and linking with the SDGs. It's called Sustainable Environment. It's a pillar for national development planning and budgeting. So my ministry coordinates all these other ministries. That's why we are all here for COP, because they're implementing different projects that deal with environmental, mitigation and adaptation and so forth. So my role is to ensure that we are able to integrate different projects so that we are able to fight, climate change impacts. So it is basically coordination. We are also in the ministry that does the policies. We have the climate change policy, waste management policy, policies around the forest, the policies around,
Yes.
environmental regulation and so forth. So we ensure that our government, our nation, our country, is able to set up the national legal framework to control utilization of the environmental natural resources, including beneficiation of our communities when they harvest firewood, wild berries, wild grass, and so forth, regulation, but enabling our communities to thrive in there. We also deal with policies, like I've already mentioned. So the implementation of these policies is integrated around the different ministries, working mostly with the communities, especially around places that are, wildlife, forestry, resourced, and also vulnerable. So the community-based natural resource management is also a program that you are managing, so that the communities are incentivized enough through beneficiation to conserve these sensitive ecosystems, and they benefit so they can protect them, and they are our partners in that.
Perfect. So there is a lot of projects, I think, belong to the government of Botswana in the green energy, renewable energy. So can we know more about these sectors of project?
Yes, across the different ministries that I mentioned that are involved in environmentally related programs, of course, energy, minerals, because when you talk about mineral extraction, it's also a topic here at climate change. There's all these minerals and, and then also the environmental impacts of mining, the issue of coal and fossil fuels. And then we are working on green transition within our mining industry to make sure that it's clean. The Minister of Minerals and Energy is here. You just talked to him. And he's also responsible for energy. So we are transiting towards solar energy, and we are doing all this procurement through, from different companies, even small scale enterprises that are able to do, biogas, solar farms and so forth. So we are actually having a lot of improvements in terms of progress in terms of, adopting renewable energy resources. Yes. And we are also dealing with issues of waste, because waste pollutes, and waste is also an economy. So we are very, very important. And, plastic pollution is also a high level, topic, or issue in climate change. So we have to protect the environment against pollution, of different kinds. We also have projects within the water sector. There's another ministry. They are also here. The water sector, what we are doing is to make sure that we have sustainable water provision resources. We don't have much rain in the southern part of the country. We have more dams in the north. So we have a major project for which government is spending a lot to transport water from the north to the south, to feed the desert side and to feed the drier. It's hectic, it's very expensive, but we are able to target budgeting, to be able to provide water, around that. Also exploring water harvesting, technologies and so forth. Agriculture, we're talking about, we have a global green climate fund that we have received. We are improving farming systems for food production. Our farmers are being taught how to utilize the right seed, when to plant at the right time, because rainfall patterns have changed. Also herbage, forest, herbage, the grazing grass, it is changed, and then degradation, overgrazing, and all sorts of kind of stuff. And then they are being assisted to adapt their agricultural production processes to be able to help us with food security, because now we need more new technologies, we need new systems, we need new ways of doing agricultural production. We also are improving on our beef and small stock breeds. So it's been importing resilient breeds from other countries to come and fertilize our own, so that they can be resistant and stuff like that. Ministry of Lands and Water Affairs also dealing with new ways of settlements design, land utilization. We are working with the United Nations Development Program on rearranging settlements. Ministry of Local Government is also here. We are talking urban redesign, how to make our urban cities more resilient to climate change. When we have floods, mobility, we are improving our routes right now. Our routes now, we have got flyovers that reduce the time that motorists spend on the road. They must go park their cars at home instead of being in the long queue after work and a meeting. So there's a lot of technology innovations. We have the Botswana, digital innovation hub. We are incubating innovation solutions, coming up with apps that are helping also to be able to monitor, the progress and impacts of climate change. We also have early warning systems, within the Department of Meteorology, where we have placed these, gadgets that help us, to gauge the, air pollution. We have water, monitoring equipment that we have. So time and again we are able to say what's the level of air pollution, what's the level of water pollution in our main water bodies. So a lot of projects that are going on right now.
Yes. And did you see any progress from last year to this year, from COP27 to COP28?
I would say it's interesting for me to say a lot of progress is the increasing concern, especially from African states, following the COP that we termed Africa COP last year. African states are saying we need more of action than talk. The 100 million, all the pledges that have not been delivered and so forth. I think it's progress for us to start being concerned, to say we are tired of coming here all the way to talk. We want to see action. But part of the progress that I will say I might be able to appreciate is now the interest of private sector to be pledging towards climate change action, because it's no longer a government thing. So we're seeing a lot of increase in private sector companies pledging to help. Some of them also have already financial packages like green bonds. So I've brought about 2-3 banks, with us to come and showcase what they are doing to promote businesses. Businesses that are going green. Some are doing digital means of transitioning and so forth, mining and so forth. Now, the other progress that I think I'll note with hoping that unlike the many pledges that have been made, this one will see it, is the loss and damage fund. We've come a long way pressing for this fund to be approved. Yesterday we saw that approval, and now we are concerned about how are we going to operationalize it. First of all, we want it to be an emergency fund. We don't want to take 2 years trying to apply for it when your field, your cattle were burnt yesterday because of wildfires, because of drought. So we are hoping that it will be easily accessible. It will be easy for us to absorb it. It will be easy for us to just make change, with it being readily available. So how is going to be modeled, for access is critical, especially for African countries. So if you look at the Green Climate Fund, you'll realize that we struggled, maybe up to 2 years, struggling to get, funding approved, because you have to get an intermediary body of experts to do the proposal, not with the loss and damage, because we need action on the ground. So for Botswana, maybe I will share something, for landlocked countries, how do we, collaborate with neighboring countries, access the sea, maybe for some help when there's emergency relief and stuff like that. And then there's another thing, maybe, before you go to another question. Funding, traditionally or historically within the climate change, has always targeted least developed countries favorably and small island states. So as we are not small islands, not least because we are middle income, we have come to middle income because of our efforts as government, putting all our diamond revenues into climate change, into emergencies, response and so forth. So we don't want to be excluded for benefits because we are middle income. We have need. So I'm here always to lobby that consider us, because we can't be punished for good governance that has raised us to middle income.
Really, thank you so much, Honorable Minister, to be with us in Zoom Africa, and really I appreciate your information.
And you are welcome to Botswana.
We will come.
Please come.
Thank you so much. مشاهدي زوم أفريقيا، خليكم معانا، احنا لسه في الكوب 28. مشاهدي زوم أفريقيا، احنا مع حضراتكم في قمة المناخ ال28 اللي بتعقد في مدينة دبي. دول أفريقية كتير جاية بطلبات كتير علشان تحارب تغير المناخ اللي أثر على كتير من الدول المختلفة، من تصحر ومن جفاف من فيضانات. احنا في أفريقيا الوسطى. معايا دلوقتي لقاء مع إيجور تولا، هو الفوكال بوينت لأفريقيا الوسطى للتغير المناخي. Welcome to our program, sir.
Bonjour.
So we are here in COP28, and Central Africa play a role in climate change, to face the climate change. So what Central Africa did?
Bien, comme vous le savez, et merci déjà pour cette interview que vous accordez à notre pays. Nous vous remercions déjà pour ça. Et nous sommes très heureux aujourd'hui pour être à Dubaï pour cette 28e conférence des parties sur les changements climatiques. Et comme vous le savez, la République centrafricaine fait partie des États partis à la Convention. Et nous travaillons d'arrache-pied, le gouvernement travaille d'arrache-pied pour la réduction des émissions et la stabilisation de la température à 1,5 degrés Celsius.
Yeah, so there is a lot of negotiation and sessions here in Dubai
Oui.
During to the COP28. And Central Africa, it's a part of it. What the headlines for the negotiation and what Central Africa need from COP28?
Bon, aujourd'hui, nous, en venant à cette conférence de parties, nous avons deux grandes suggestions. D'abord, sur l'opérationnalisation de fonds sur les pertes et préjudices, pertes et dommages. Et c'est avec satisfaction que hier, à l'ouverture de cette 28e conférence de parties, que les partis sont tous tombés d'accord pour l'opérationnaliser, le fonds sur les pertes et préjudices. Et nous remercions également tous les pays, hein, les pays de l'annexe 1 qui ont accepté hier de mettre de l'argent dans la caisse pour pouvoir alimenter déjà ce fonds. Et ce fonds est déjà opérationnel. Et nous saluons l'initiative faite par entreprise par le pays hôte, qui est les Émirats, qui a déjà mis l'argent sur la table. Et nous, les PMA, les pays en développement, les pays les moins avancés, nous saluons cette initiative. Et donc, l'autre initiative que nous avons amenée au niveau de cette conférence de parties pour négocier, c'est également sur l'adaptation. Comme vous le savez, les pays les moins avancés ont un problème de faire face aux effets néfastes du changement climatique. Nous avons besoin de moyens conséquents pour nous adapter aux effets néfastes du changement climatique. Et le cheval de bataille pour le chef de l'État, pour le président Faustin Archange-Touadéra, qui est le président de la République, c'est sur l'adaptation et comment on doit s'adapter aux effets néfastes du changement climatique. Nous sommes ici actuellement à Dubaï en train de négocier, mais il y a inondation chez nous à Bangui actuellement. Il y a inondation sur l'étendue du territoire. Les champs sont inondés, les villages sont inondés. Et nous avons perte des bétails, perte de vies humaines, nous avons perte des matériels suite à l'inondation. Et donc, nous travaillons beaucoup plus sur les aspects liés à l'adaptation, sur l'opération de fonds de perte et préjudice, également sur la transparence et la mise en œuvre de l'article 6 de l'accord de Paris. Voilà pourquoi nous sommes ici.
Yeah, so now from last year, COP27, now we are here in Dubai, COP28. Did you see any progress for helping the climate change?
Il y a eu beaucoup de progrès en République centrafricaine. Comme vous le savez, vous voyez là, sur cet écran-là, le chef de l'État a inauguré le 17 novembre 2023, un champ solaire. Donc nous sommes passés sur l'efficacité énergétique.
Yeah.
Et donc nous sommes dans le cadre de la dynamique de changer la manière d'utilisation de l'énergie au niveau national. Et aujourd'hui nous sommes beaucoup plus sur l'énergie verte. Donc l'énergie photovoltaïque, l'énergie verte. Et aujourd'hui, nous avons inauguré un champ solaire et ce champ solaire va permettre à réduire la capacité d'émission des gaz à effet de serre de la République centrafricaine et ça va également régénérer la forêt. Et si la forêt est régénérée, nous allons augmenter la capacité de stock de carbone de la République centrafricaine.
Yeah, really, thank you so much to be with us in the
C'est nous qui vous remercions.
Thank you. مشاهدينا خليكم معانا، احنا لسه في الكوب 28 في دبي. مشاهدي زوم أفريقيا، احنا لسه مع حضراتكم في تغطية خاصة لفعاليات قمة المناخ ال 28 كوب 28 اللي احنا موجودين مع حضراتكم في مدينة دبي اللي بتستضيف كل دول العالم علشان يناقشوا تغير المناخ، وخاصة القارة الأفريقية هي الأكثر تضررا أحداث المناخ والتأثيرات المناخية على الدول الأفريقية المختلفة. احنا موجودين مع حضراتكم، وتوجو ليها دور مهم جدا في محاربة تغير المناخ. معايا دلوقتي مسز ياو ميري من توجو، هتكلمنا عن دور توجو في محاربة تغير المناخ. Welcome to our program Zoom Africa.
Thank you, madam.
Now we are in Togo, a pavilion.
Yes.
And we are here for cop28. We want to talk about the role of Togo for the facing the climate change.
Okay, thank you for involving us in your activities and for the question.
Yeah.
Giving us an opportunity to share what Togo is doing in terms of fighting against climate change.
Yeah.
I would like to say that Togo is making enough progress
Yes.
and efforts in terms of climate action.
Yes.
First, in the adaptation sector, the government of Togo
Yeah.
is engaged in promoting best practices
Yeah.
in the agriculture sector by mobilizing water
Okay,
for
that's perfect.
irrigation
Yeah.
and for planting the crops
Yes.
which are resilient to climate change.
Mm-hmm.
In the water sector,
Yeah.
also the promotion of best practices of mobilization of water supply for population and ecosystem.
Yeah.
And at the mitigation level, the sector of energy is promoting renewable energy like
Yeah.
solar
Okay.
power supply, and many centrals of solar power has been developed in Togo.
Yes.
In the forestry sector, the government launched last year an ambitious project which consists to plant 5 billion trees
Oh.
by 2013,
Okay.
and is a very ambitious project to contribute to mitigate greenhouse emissions.
Yes.
And in the transport sector also, the government is promoting the electric mobility
Okay.
with another big program on green mobility.
Yes. So from last year, COP27 to COP28, did you see any changing progress to really face the climate change?
I will say that the progress we note in the negotiation is the institution of our establishment of the fund to manage loss and damage
Yes.
issue.
Mm-hmm.
And our expectation in this way is to see the rapid operationalization of this fund.
Mm-hmm.
And yesterday, I think President of COP28
Yeah.
launched or give the new information or new good news in this.
Yeah, we
this
hope
way.
so. Yeah. Yeah.
By starting up provision of resources
Yes.
to allocate resources to developing countries in this regard.
Yeah. So I want to have the chance to talk about the beautiful Togo in tourism sector in this area.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there is sectors, vulnerable sectors in Togo, like our coastal region.
Yeah.
Even the energy sector and agriculture sector also are vulnerable to climate change impact. So we are expecting to get support with this through this fund to help actors and on their activities to adapt
the climate
the
change.
climate change impact.
Yeah, really thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome.
مشاهدينا خليكم معانا، احنا لسه في تغطية خاصة جدا للكوب 28. مشاهدينا بوتسوانا احنا لسه بنتكلم عنها لان هي فعلا عملت سكسس ستوري جامده جدا ومهمه جدا في تغيير المناخ ومحاربه تغيير المناخ. معايا دلوقتي لقاء مع مستر ادوين الياس، هو شغال في الرينيوبل انرجي والجرين انرجي، هيكلمنا على دور بوتسوانا في محاربه تغير المناخ. Welcome sir to our program Zoom Africa.
All right, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Really, I want to know your profession and also what the role to face the climate change and for the renewable energy and the green energy.
All right, thank you very much. As you said, I'm Edwin Elias. I'm Chief Executive Officer for Murupule Coal Mine. I'm a metallurgical engineer by profession.
Yes.
Our business has been in operation for more than 50 years because we basically have got a huge abundance in coal. Now the key thing is that our role when it comes to climate change is to ensure that as an operation we transition towards clean technologies, we transition towards clean energy. And therefore there are a couple of initiatives that we are currently driving that ensures that we transition towards that. One of the things that we do is one conversion of our cars to electric vehicles. We currently have a game park around the mine where we currently use electric vehicles. And the whole idea is to ultimately have our vehicles operating in the mine, having transition to electric. The next phase is getting into the buses that transport employees. That's one. And then the other one is also getting into the solar. All the buildings that we are currently building now, they are solar powered. And our street lights as well are also solar powered. Just to mention a few initiatives.
Yeah, that's perfect. And so, did you be part of the negotiation here in the COP28, right?
No, not really. But what we are doing is that we do have engagements with various technology-led companies, various companies that are leading in the renewable energy space. So we do have collaborative sessions with those various companies from different countries.
Okay. And what your role in Botswana?
My role in Botswana? As the Chief Executive Officer for a coal mine. Our coal mine is responsible for providing coal to a coal-fired power station. So the bulk of the electricity or all the electricity that we generate in the country is actually from coal-fired power stations. So my role really is to make sure that we supply coal to those coal-fired power stations. But obviously ensuring that we do adhere to those initiatives that make sure that they don't lead to any pollution to the environment.
Okay, that's perfect. Thank you so much, sir.
All right.